Well, good afternoon and welcome to another Old Rune Travels. Today you find me in Japan. Well, sort of, ish.
Isabella, or Ella Christie, was born in 1861 at Millbank in Cockpen, near Bonnyrigg in Midlothian. Her father, John, was a Scottish industrialist and landowner. In 1865, Christie's father bought the Castleton estate and renamed it Cowden Castle.
What an absolutely glorious day to visit Japanese gardens at Dollar.
From when Ella was quite young, the family made annual trips into Europe. Her mother died in 1894, and after her sister's marriage, Christie continued to travel with her father and also with her friend.
How peaceful is this?
John Christie died in 1902, and it was found that he had disinherited both Christie and her sister, leaving the entirety of the estate to an orphanage that he had founded. They didn't know about this. Ella and her sister contested the will, and in 1903 it was settled, with the estate being divided between the two sisters and the orphanage. Christie lived on at Cowden Castle and managed the estate. After her father's death, Christie's travels became more ambitious as she began travelling more widely. In 1907, she finally visited Japan, and she was fascinated by the Japanese formal style of gardening. After this visit, Ella was inspired to create a 7-acre Japanese garden at her home in Cowden Castle. To this end, she employed Takehanda from the Royal School of Garden Design at Nagoya to help plan and design the garden. The burn on the estate was dammed and a hollow made to create an artificial loch. A pond and island garden was developed along with a stroll garden and a tea house garden. Plants, shrubs, trees, and a traditional stone lantern were imported from Japan. The garden was named Sha Raku En, meaning the place of pleasure and delight. In the 1920s, as the garden matured, Professor Suzuki, the 18th hereditary head of the Suomi School of Imperial Garden Design, Nagoya, visited regularly to prune the many imported shrubs and trees. Shinzaburo Matsuo, who had lost his family in the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923, emigrated to Scotland. The garden was so famous that between 1930 and the late 1940s, visitors included the writer and historian Andrew Lang, novelist Annie S. Swan, George Blake, and even Her Majesty Queen Mary. It was Matsuo who cared for the garden until his death in 1937. He was so well regarded he's actually buried next to the Christie Stewart burial plot in Muckert Churchyard. Ella died of leukemia aged 87 in 1949. But the garden is placed in trust for Bobby Stewart, who was Ella's great-nephew. It is then maintained by estate workers. In 1952, despite being up for sale, Cowden Castle was demolished. They couldn't sell it, even for £1. In 2013, Professor Masao Fukuhara from Osaka University of Arts visits Cowden. Having previously won the gold medal at Chelsea Flower Show, he is swiftly appointed to restore the Japanese garden. In 2014, Christie's great-great-niece, Sarah Stewart, started a fundraising campaign to raise £1 million to restore the garden. The garden finally opened to the public in 2019.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that very short one, but I thought everybody needed a bit of peace nowadays, especially in today's world. So thanks for coming with me, and we'll see you next week. So remember to subscribe. I'm desperate to get to 500 subscribers. Only 45 to go. But thanks very much. And don't know where I'm going next week, but I know I want you to come with me.